there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to the BBNB live stream for the Wednesday, the 1st of May. That's the first day of my birthday month, so I'm feeling just a little bit celebratory tonight. Not really, but I'm pretending. So this is a live stream where we talk about... I forgot all my stuff. Oh, well. We have bevies. I usually have blades, and we'll probably talk about some bushcrafty stuff. So... I also want to say, as I log my medications as taken on my watch, that yes, the what's it called? Housekeeping. Thank you for watching. If you are in fact watching us time shifted to tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting down below the doobly-doo. Warms the cockles of my heart, as I like to say, to know that you're interacting with the content, even though you can't really interact with the side chat right over there. So that being said, I would also like to mention that if at any point tonight you really, really adore what's happening, I invite you to hit that smiley thumb. And if at any point tonight you kind of hate what's going on, sounds bizarre, but it has happened. That's okay. There you go. Frowny thumb works just as well. And if you'd like to take a more active role in keeping the lights on around here, then I invite you to check out the join button, wherever the heck they've put it now. There you will see that there are 2 tiers of membership and what each tier will get you for your hard-earned monies, your hard-earned folding cash. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say cheers. I invite everyone to tell me what they're drinking with me tonight. This is an old-fashioned made with a rye, a local Montreal rye. Circa whiskey number 3. So that's a 46% alcohol by volume, 100% rye. Finished in Oloroso sherry casks. Quite nice. I've just opened the bottle, so it's still got some teeth to it, but that'll calm down over time. And because I do not have any more oranges, I put in a maraschino cherry. Not one of those silly maraschinos that you get at the grocery store, though. These are fine, upstanding, cocktail grade maraschinos. So, before we go any further, let's check out who's hanging and who's been saying hi and stuff. So Peanut Trucker popped in at 5:48 p.m. today. Say, I was going to be first for old time's sake, but you beat me to it, Canadian. I don't see anything from... Oh, Canadian, your message disappeared, but you're first just too early. And then Canadian at like 8:20. I don't get it. Okay. Anyways, those 2 guys were early, like super early. Country Boy popped in at 8:36 to say, I'm fighting the plague, but I'm here watching. Is that the plague that the whole world was fighting a couple of years ago? In that case, I hope to hell that it leaves you alone fairly soon. I love it. David Evans, who is not only a channel hero, but is also a channel mod. Do I have to say it? Of course I have to say it. So be polite if you don't want to get the hammer dropped on you. Pops in to not be polite and to say, you guys need to get a life. Always trying to be first. First he? I think he meant first here, but I think it's first he. So anyways. Oh, hi, by the way. Funny. Pipe down there here and crack open a cold one. Yeah, so who's having a drink with me right now tonight? Hey, Marcel's here. Howdy, y'all, she says. She was quite early as well. That was 8:45. I mean, 8:45, it's not like silly early the way Peanut Trucker and Canadian were, but still. Oh no. David's on antibiotics for the next 5 weeks. What are you on antibiotics for, man? No, you don't have to tell us anything. That might be private information. Is anyone here having an old-fashioned with me? I think probably not, but if anyone is, sound off. For the rest of you, let me know what your favorite old-fashioned recipe is, if you have one. And then if there's any interest, I'll tell you mine. So Chris and Marcel are saying hi to each other. David is saying hi. Little Fish said, "My kids don't have homework for the rest of the year. Worth celebrating." Whew, I wish my kid, I mean, the little one never has homework because she's in pre-K, but the elder one is in secondary 1, so I really wish she did not have any homework left for the year because it would make my life easier. So, by the way, happy Wednesday. Anyone weirded out by that fact? It's also 1st of May, which is Mayday, the international holiday for the working class. I would wave my red flag, but I figured, we don't do politics here. I'm such a brat. I'm just forgetting. I'm seeing who else is here. Right, it's not till the end of May they still have classwork, but they won't send homework anymore, says Marzel. I would love to say the same thing. So yeah, sorry I wasn't here last night. I was at a school board event to show gratitude for all the volunteers. I mean, it was piggybacking on the Council of Commissioners meeting, but I did not stay for that because that is some boring shift. But hey, if I can eat on the dime of the English Montreal School Board, I will do that. That was a good supper too. I'm just looking to see who. There's someone else. Destin, have you found a piece of land yet? Destiny says to Country Boy, "Nice to see you here in spite of the plague." Yeah, that's one nice thing about these live streams is you can watch it anywhere. You could be like in bed, woe is me, and still watching, or you can be on the couch or whatever. I'm just taking a look at what people are saying. There was Christy, who is also a channel hero, saying hi to me, and so I'm saying hi back. Okay, how's it going, Christy? Chris, are you having a whiskey with me? Just seeing who else is with us here. Boom, 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 boom. Christy is asking Destiny if she's been watching Joanna's Dream Home. It's funny because on the other window over here, I have one of her videos open that I had been looking at. It's the Cozy Winter at the Fairy Tale Cottage from only a month ago. Her stuff is serious cozy core, man. It's like I'm looking at her little cabin there in the woods and thinking, holy crap. Hello, Dream Home. I was just thinking the same thing, Chris. We'll have this chat so long you'll never get caught up. By the way, Chris is a channel mod, so same thing as I said for David. Politeness or boom, hammer. So so tonight Chris is in Jackson, Mississippi, heading to Alabama, then home. I'm going to Jackson. Gonna mess around. I don't know if that's the Jackson they're singing about, but it is sort of in the right area. Is there another Jackson? There's got to be like Jacksons all over the place down there. Hey, there's Carol. How's it going? Carol is a channel hero. Check out the little icon. How are you doing tonight, Carol? How's the weather where you are? Hey, look who else is here. Channel hero and channel mod. Man on the street. There's Al. Kicking in with a whelp. Anyhow, that's all right. I think that makes me sad. Nope. Using my new perfectly clear ice. I'm trying to get that damn maraschino cherry. When you're not buying the grocery store grade maraschino cherries, they're so bloody expensive that you don't want to waste one. I'm going to get you later. Yeah. Don't forget the thumbs up because the hammer's here. Oh, you tell him, Chris. You tell him. Thumbs up or. I don't know how many I've got. I just hit the reload. So we got what? How many people is watching? How many people's is watching? 19 people watching and 17 thumbs up. So that's pretty good. A couple of people are still breaking my heart, but damn it, Maraschino. Oh, for land's sakes, I'm just gonna reach in. How rude. So good. Sorry, I'm just saying, like, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone here. There's a lot of people just sort of saying hi to each other and making sure I don't catch up with the side chat. Thanks, guys. Destiny's, oops, crumbs. Destiny's so grateful for the live tonight. So am I. Thanks a bunch. I'll be listening for the quotable quotes. I shall endeavor to not let you down. I shall also endeavor to not be too sad about my old fashioned being finished. But it's okay because tea's a good drink. I kind of think that my camera's pointed too far up because I'm like buried behind these lower thirds. So I'll get that one off the screen. Ian popping in, saying hi. How's it going, Ian? Ian is a channel hero. How are you doing tonight, Ian? How are things in Ian land? In the land of the web lord. Yeah, we got Mark Davidson popping in. How's it going, Mark? Nice to see you. Nice to see another channel hero popping in. We got Marcus, also a channel hero, saying hi. We got Grace, also right now a channel hero. She's going to be over on Mallory's channel tonight. Oh yeah, Mallory's living tonight, I think, which wouldn't have been a problem if I was living on my usual night this week. It's okay. I'll see you later, Grace. Okay, what we got? Well, no. Destiny, there's a quotable quote for you. I'm about as interesting as a stomach pump after eating bad poutine. I would not like that feeling at all. Mark is asking, hi to all you usual suspects. How's it going, Mark? Country Boy is drinking water. Country Boy is dealing with something, though, so that's okay. Hey there, Serge. What are you drinking tonight, Serge? What you popping back with? You're probably not drinking anything too hard because you got to get up early in the morning. Technically, so do I, but whatevs. Marcel's not drinking yet. I don't know what time zone you're in, Marcel. Are you in Texas or something? I seem to remember you being somewhere quite south and west of me, I think. Russell is saying hi to all of his little apples. Hold on. Marcus is telling a peanut trucker to stay safe on the road. Yeah, obviously. That goes almost without saying. Gotta watch out for all these crazy people. It's nuts how often, yes, in a big rig, and it's like, guy did something stupid, and it's the kind of thing that I never really used to pick up on. It's like, yeah, he's just moving in front of you. But no, because there's so much weight behind the guy driving the truck, that guy may as well have just cut him off. And like, I had never really picked up on that before, some of the things that you said in the side chat here and at one point over on Russell's channel. And like in your videos, like a lot of your videos show stuff that like I can see it now. I'm like, oh, that's dangerous. And so when I'm in traffic on my way home and I see a rig, I try not to pull in unless there's like 6 cars of length in front of the guy, you know, and then I sort of pull in as far forward as I can just to make sure. Because, like, how scary is it for a rig driver if someone just sort of phew, shoots in front of them, right? Like, the reaction is always like, "Ah, you're stupid, man." But like, how does that, like, do you ever sort of, "Ugh," like, God, that was dangerous. Like, do you ever have that kind of feeling? Um, Says apparently the earliest Marcel's ever been here. It felt like that. It definitely felt like that. I'm gonna skip a little bit because I'm way, excuse me, behind here. Um, Destiny's asking, okay. Destiny's watching my Facebook vids. Is that apron of yours you wear in your kitchen on your Facebook vids made of leather? It looks like it is. No, it's quite a thick canvas. The straps are leather, like real leather, but the apron itself is canvas. I don't like. A leather apron is expensive as shift, but I feel that, like, the only time I've ever worn a leather apron, I felt that it was too sweaty. Like, I can see the benefit to a leather apron if you're in, like, if you're a smith or something, but for what I'm doing, like making drinks or whatever, I don't want a leather apron. They're too sweaty for no real benefit because I'm not worried about hot molten leather landing on my apron, right? I'm worried about staining my clothes with, like, if I spill some grenadine or something. Country Boy says, "Can you make an old fashioned with bourbon?" You can make an old fashioned with anything, man. You can make a rum old fashioned. You can make a gin old fashioned. You can make a vodka old fashioned. But what's the point? But any kind of whiskey. Traditionally, an old fashioned is either bourbon or rye. Um, I made it with rye tonight because I just got this bottle of rye. I just filmed a video about it. I haven't put it up yet, but I'll use bourbon as well, or I'll use Tennessee whiskey if I have to. Um, but yeah, you can definitely make an old fashioned with bourbon. Um, Marcus, you're safe. I'm at home. I love it. Um, Everyone's still sort of saying hi to each other. Marcel says, "Be right back. Puppy needs to go out." Fair enough. Red flag. Don't you mean yellow? I don't know what that means. I think the South Vietnamese had a yellow flag. Christy says, "I am actually having a scotch tonight. That is normally what I make my old fashions with because it is in the house." I have never had a scotch old fashioned. I would. So if you're making an old fashioned with like a rye or a bourbon, you want to put like an orange twist over that. Some people do use an orange twist and like a maraschino cherry. The only reason I use the cherry tonight is because I'm out of oranges. I'm a very sort of traditionalist dude. Oh, traditionalist dude. That sounds so pretentious. But what I mean is, like, I like myself. I'm a real classicist. Okay. What I do is a sugar cube. I like a Demerara sugar cube, but it doesn't have to be. You can write this down. You know what? I'm going to give Jesse's old fashioned recipe. So if you are prepared and you want to make the same old fashioned for yourself, take note. I don't use a mixing glass or any of that crap. I build right in the glass, okay? 1 sugar cube. Douse it with 4 dashes of Angostura bitters, 4 dashes of orange bitters. A lot of people don't do the orange bitters. They just do the Ango. That's fine, whatever. Okay, so 4 and 4. Like a bar spoon of soda water just to help the ice cube, just to help the sugar cube dissolve better. You can use any water, or you don't have to use it at all. The sugar cubes I use really require the extra liquid. Some don't, right? Because I mean, you're putting your bitters directly on it. So then you mulch that. No, you don't mulch it. What is it? You muddle that, right? Which means you crunch it up and you mix it around until it's like a gravelly paste, a gritty paste in the bottom. Then you put 1 big honkin' ice cube, by preference, but you can just put a couple of little rocks in if you want. And then you use a jigger, right? You pour 2 ounces of bourbon or rye or scotch in there. You give it a very light mix. Okay. And then you take an orange twist and you squeeze it over and rub the orange skin side down around the rim. And then you drop it in. What I like to do, especially if I'm doing it with a bourbon, is I will flame the orange. So what you're doing is you put the glass down, you light a match. Some people use a lighter or a torch, but no, light a match so you're not getting propane or whatever, or butane all over, and you just warm up the peel a little bit, and then you squeeze the peel quite forcefully across the flame, because what that does is, because when you do the twist, you're shooting the orange peel essential oils across your drink. It's not enough to create an ingredient, but it does give sort of an aperçu of orange. But if you do that across a flame, it caramelizes these microscopic little tiny droplets, and it gives it a slightly smokier, more caramelly magic. Some people say it's not noticeable at all. I feel that it is. And then that's it. You drop the orange peel in. Some people say use simple syrup instead of the sugar cube, because that way you don't end up with the sort of the grittiness at the bottom. But what I like about the old-fashioned made this way is that the drink gets sweeter the lower you go, and it gets grittier. Like, you get more and more of the sugar grit the way you go down. I like the development that way. I think it's a really cool drink that way, and I can't think of another cocktail that develops that way as you drink it down. I don't remember how I got into that recipe, but anyways, there you go. Enjoy. David, what is the topic tonight? I don't have one. I don't. I started planning one, but it's been a week. It's been a week, guys. Russell would like to do one on knives. I mean, we can always talk about knives. I mean, I'll talk about knives till the cows come home. I'll also talk about the Mandalorian till the cows come home, or Fallout. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'll just about. Or as they say in French, knives. Peanut Trucker says, Jess, don't forget, it's May Madness birthday month for some of us. Yes, it is, for you and me. I'm on the 21st. I remember you telling me when you're a little before me, right? I don't remember, Chris. When did you say you are? Little Fish says, we had to cut our grass last weekend. It was so hot. I enjoy that job too. I sneeze through that job. I have some allergies. Also, I don't cut my grass until as late in spring as I can, because like in early spring, there are bugs still sort of hibernating under there, and I don't want to mulch them all up. I also don't pull up my dandelions in the first part of the season, because like the bees still going to require those. Then I pull them up pretty religiously afterwards, but I go real light, and I wait as long as I can before doing all the sort of the yard work. Marcus is asking if Russell's glad to be home. I'm pretty sure Russell is glad to be home. He was on a great trip, but I don't know, Russell, do you agree with me on this? I can go and be having a blast, but the first night of sleeping in my own bed in my own house is always wickedly amazing. How do you feel about that? David bought 3 more lanterns, slowly catching up to Marcus. I still have my 2. I would still like some real classic lanterns. 3. I still have my 3. What am I talking about? I have the one that I bought, one Russell gave me, and the one that Marcus gave me. This is adjacent to something I've spoken about before, but I'll just say it again. I love those classical ones. Like if someone gave me a Coleman or Dietz or whatever that was made this year, I'll be like, oh, thanks, man. But if someone gave me one of those that's from like 1960 or 1890 or whatever, obviously not the Coleman, but like the classic one, like in working order, I will love that thing. That's why like the 2 lanterns that I've been given, I just love. I haven't lit them in a while. But last time the power went out, they came in really useful. But remember, like the first time I lit that Coleman was on screen with you guys. Like I failed miserably the first time, and then Marcus was like, you have to do this. So I did that, and it worked. But yeah, I love those. I love the old versions of these things, even if the one made this year is like demonstrably better in some way. I still like the magic of the old ones, you know. Peanut Trucker says that the topic for tonight is people who are born in the month of May and how great we are. How great are we? We're this great. Anyway. Russell does say it's nice to be home, yeah. And I bet you got those dogs all over you. Serge says, all right, I'll make an effort tonight. Hiya, Peanut Trucker, Country Boy, Trapped in the City, Kristen Crest, Destiny, and Raspberry Rock, who I'm assuming I'm his apples. Country Boy is asking what I'm wondering too. What did you buy, David? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's a couple of Colemans. Because I believe that he, like Marcus, is into sort of the lanterns with like the mantles and stuff more than the hurricane lanterns. Actually, I think David sent me pictures at one point. Marcus, you don't use yours enough. True. I don't use mine enough either. I want to. Like, I want to sit there in the dining room, you know, lamplit while I write screeds or something. You're one of my apples, Serge, he says. Destiny, happy early birthday to Chris, and isn't it Jess's birthday month too? Yes, I was born on May 21st, 1972. So I believe that will make me 52. I don't know if my math is right on that. I don't. How old am I? I've been telling myself I'm 51 all this time, but I'll be 1 year older, whatever it is. Bored now. Oh yeah, David, I think we talked about this because I remember you mentioning the 200A. I think the 335 is. Have we had this conversation? Marcel's like, now I'll really be right back. Okay, fair enough. Marcus, have you fired up that heater yet, or have you been too busy cleaning the house? I think he's probably, yeah. David, I'm working on it. I did light the Coleman heater today. Nice. Destiny asks, isn't David Evans also a May baby? Are you, David? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Serge is asking, by the way, Serge is a channel mod, so he can ask this question. Has everyone hit that thumbs up? And just let me go and reload the YouTube page. I hate that I have to reload the page now. That it doesn't keep track. I would say everyone did, Serge, because there are 24 people watching and 24 thumb ups. What? Thumbs up. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Chris is May 12th. I seem to remember that because I'm 21st. I think Chris is the 12th. Raspberry Rock says, wait, what is this device that produces clear ice? It's a pile of shift. The one I bought like a $35 one. So to get clear ice, essentially what you need to do is have the ice happen slowly and have it sort of separated out. What I have is it's an ice tray, silicone or whatever, ice tray with holes in the bottom in a deeper well kind of thing, styrofoam. And what you do is you fill up part of it with warm water, and then you put in the ice tray, and you fill the rest of it up with cold water, and then you put it in the freezer. And as the water freezes more slowly because there's more volume, all the impurities sink to the bottom. So below the ice tray, you have very standard looking ice, kind of cloudy, blah, blah, blah. And in the ice tray, it's clear. It looks like that. But I think mine isn't working very well. Water sort of leaks out. I end up having to refill and blah, blah, blah. So it ends up being more trouble than it's worth. I will probably only use clear ice for stuff I'm drinking on screen because it's just too much agony to get it to frickin' work. If I'd bought a high quality one, I probably wouldn't have the same issues, but I just wanted to see, I wanted to experience I wanted to try out the model before deciding if I wanted to spend like $70 on one of these, you know? No, David is in March. Okay. Oh yeah. Fudge, man. I think David and I have discussed this as well. At 9:11, oh, man, I am so far behind. Russell says, "How is it we're only 11 minutes into this live stream and he's 25 minutes behind?" Well, because people started commenting at 5:30. Yeah, I knew it. Chris is the 12th. I'm the 21st. Christy being snarky pants. Okay, snarky snark. Snarky McSnarkerson. Snarkyson. Snark. Has become hot in Virginia, sad to say. I am wearing shorts right now, Carol. Oh, Serge. Really? Serge actually has I think he's the only person who bought the Message Retracted t-shirt when I still had swag. When I bring back swag, I may bring back that t-shirt in Serge's honor. Ian says, "It's okay. We're sad about your old fashioned being finished." Yeah, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. Marcus is asking how the heater worked. Yeah, March 27th for David's birthday. How do you guys remember these things? Man, I don't remember anything. I've shown this before, but I recently got a t-shirt. What? I recently got this notebook because I needed something to keep my brain in because this thing just ain't working anymore. So like people who remember, oh yeah, it's March 27th. Like I'm impressed by that because I don't remember anything anymore. I do love this silly little notebook though. You know what? Gives me the fizz. Plain untreated leather. Well, I mean it's stained, I guess it's camel colored, but just simple leather, little notebooks that you can insert. In fact, I've almost done a video on this thing twice. You know, like how all the bullet journal people are like, so here's my bullet journal for 2024. This year, I'm really feeling the whatever traveler's notebook. Last year, I was blah. I'm like, you guys spend a lot of money on these things. I bought one, and the inserts are affordable. And of course, fountain pen, because hey, if you know me, you know what I like. We're like, so people who are like, oh yeah, you're this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you remember things? How does that happen? How do you do that? My phone is full of games that are not what I used to play. Like my phone is full of games like math games and this and that, just to try and keep the gray matter from completely disintegrating on me. I'm going to have a little bit of rye on the rocks since I have a rocks glass and a clear light bulb. Moving right along. Just a wee splash. Light bulb? What? Silliness. But that's not my 10 o'clock dram. I have a glass for my 10 o'clock dram. And if Al is here, it's going to be one of these guys. Are they showing up? The blue or the King George V. And if he's not still around, it's going to be the Epicurean. Do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago I tried to pop the cork and the whole thing came apart? So I had to go after it, and I put in a cork from another bottle, which it is a little too big, but whatevs. This is a Lowland blended malt Scotch whiskey. Blended malt means it's made up of various malts. Blended grain means it's made of various grains. Blended whiskey means it's a blend of both. So the blue and the King George are both blended Scotch, which means some malt, some not unmalted barley and other grains. The Johnnie Walker Green label is a blended malt, so it's all malted barley. In the hierarchy of whiskeys, Scotch, like malt is sort of at the top, but grain whiskeys are a lot more affordable. But there are some stonkingly good grain whiskeys coming out of Scotland. Peanut Trucker is asking the important question. When is yours? David, are you talking about the heater? Pam is using the heater in her quilt room. I would love to see Pam at work. I was so deeply impressed by the work of hers that I saw at your place. I keep telling you guys how much I love these like old world crafts or old world workmanship or old world this and that. I just love that kind of stuff. Destiny's is 2 days before Marcus's. Oh, November the 10th. Okay. Somebody remember that and then remind me so that I can announce it. I should do that. I'm playing with fire. I'm going to make a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A? No. Start a poll. I'm going to start a poll. Oh my God, my typo game is hard tonight. Stop it. All right, I'm going to put this poll up for the next, I'm going to forget about it, so it'll probably be like the next half hour, but I'm planning to put it up for 10 minutes. Okay, 11 minutes. I am hoping to cut it off at 21:50. Now, if this goes all the way, yes, I'm going to need a way to collect birthdays unless somebody wants to become my birthday collection agent and then sort of like send me a list. Chris says Destiny will finally be 21 and can drink with everyone. If Destiny lived in Quebec, she could drink at 18. Hey, Susie's here. I've had a lot of different drinks, but my favorite is still the Shirley Temples. I used to get Shirley Temples when I was a kid. I still like when I see one of those on a table, I have really fond memories because that was the way I like, the audience, the adults would be having drinks in a restaurant and I'd be like, and they'd get me a Shirley Temple so that I could feel like I was also having a cocktail with them. I think the Shirley Temple's a magical drink that way. Absolutely magical. Christy says your daughter was so cute in that video, especially with the lipstick part. I laughed so hard. Oh yeah, that was on my my Facebook. So peeps, I do like a cocktail live stream every now and again. What live? They're not live streams. What are they called? Live? I think they're just called a Facebook Live, where I'll make a cocktail. You know, hey folks, here's what I'm making, and then I try it and like, "Ooh," or that's delicious. Um, and I decided I don't remember why, but I decided to make a mocktail. Oh, Clemence's mom asked for a mocktail that night. She said, "Make me a drink, no booze." And so, um, like Clemence is very interested whenever she sees that I have a camera turned on myself. So I was like, "Okay, you can come on camera this time." And so she was thrilled. She actually made like a little ee sound and then pulled over her what we call her petit bon. Her petit bon is like a little two-step thing from IKEA that everyone's got. And that's what she pulls around whenever she needs to get up on the, counter level or anything like that. So she pulled it over and we made her mother a mocktail. Oh no, not lately. I haven't. I did relatively recently when we had a power outage. I do not remember the last time was that I had whiskey on the rocks. It's the kind of thing that as soon as I became actively into whiskey, I stopped doing because I was all about like, yes, I'm picking up notes of B flat. Is that A sharp or B flat? I don't know. Is that A sharp or B flat? I just don't know. That glass needs to be. I need to do a cleaning cycle of my dishwasher. But like as soon as you're all about this, you never throw your whiskey over a rock again. But it's bringing back some memories. Being a kid, sitting on my dad's lap at a party while he's having some whiskey. I should try. Do you guys remember when I did that totally impromptu live stream on my phone just because I finally had a 5G phone and so I was celebrating? I should do like a live stream outside in the evening before mosquito season, just using my phone, and so being practically unable to see the comments, and just light up all my lanterns and sit there basking in the glow of all the lanterns. Peanut Trucker says, "You always have to be on guard watching your surroundings and driving for everyone because they won't pay attention." Wow, this is how late I am in the conversation because I know exactly what he's talking about, and I feel like I spoke about that an hour ago. He's got off today and pushed onto the shoulder, and yes, they were on their phone. Oh, it drives me crazy when I see someone on their phone driving. Marcus says that those heaters are quite handy. I think you're talking about the Coleman ones, right? David, you want to post a link to the heater so that we can all sort of take a look at it and admire it? David says the two lanterns I got today need some work. I'll try lighting them tomorrow. There's got to be like an entire industry around parts and O-rings and stuff for lanterns. But you got some today. I thought I'd spoken to you relatively recently about newish lanterns, David. Am I misremembering? Is misremembering a word? Serge says, when I was driving buses, I used to hate it when a car went in front of me within the blind spot in front of the nose of the bus. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. And I think, yep, I know what you're feeling. Al says, if I ever go over to a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good, I mean, the macaroni is raw, the cheese ain't right, and the chicken tastes like wood. Okay, so I used to be engaged to this girl from Chile. Okay. Lots of sort of generational trauma in that family because, like, they were literally chased onto a plane by Pinochet's goon squad. Her dad's back was a mass of scars from being tortured, and like he never went to the beach, he never went to the pool because he didn't want to take his shirt off or anything. And he used to, cook on the run in the woods of Chile. And her mother was quite a good cook. Chilean food. She didn't like Canadianize when they came here or anything. But for some reason, this girl learned to cook from her dad. So the first time she had me over, she boiled me a steak. And part of it was kind of raw. But like, we were still new, so I just soldiered right on through that meal, put a smile on. And it was only way later that I started. So that steak was kind of, I sort of had her over for supper and made food. But yeah, so that's my go-to story of that kind of thing. And all her brothers and sisters, like they were all named after revolutionaries. She had a brother Che. Well, he was Ernesto, but his nickname was Che, the same as Che Guevara. And like her sister, well, they all had like revolutionaries names. They were all named after South American revolutionaries. Sometimes I kind of miss her and her family. I was no good for her. I was way too young. Too shitty. Carol is asking an interesting question. I don't think Bitters has an yeah. Mimi Mamamoo. I don't think that Bitters has an expiration date. It's like it's over 50% alcohol, right? So like with hefty spirits, there's no expiration date, right? If I leave this bottle like this for 100 years and it doesn't all evaporate at the top, right? So if I seal it up good, there's a special kind of tape you can put on to seal a bottle up good. That bottle is good for the next 200 years. You can drink it 200 years from now or whatever is left. The thing is, as it evaporates, it starts to lose its character and it starts to lose its oomph, right? But if you seal it up and nothing happens and this bottle just hibernates, it's good forever, like ever. And so I kind of feel that bitters are the same. But you know what? Carol, I will check on that, and then I will, if I'm wrong about that, if like my bottle of bitters has a date on it, then I will make a community post on my YouTube channel to say, by the way, bitters does have an expiration date. But as far as I know, you can have a bottle of bitters forever and still use it. I do hope I'm right. Peanut Trucker says, well, to Al, you've never been to my house to eat some real good food. Man, I made some terrific food this week, but man, I keep eating alone. Cody's hiding up in her room, talking to friends and doing homework, and the missus is, well, she's finally through her busy time. So she's been, actually she's been home for 2 days to sort of recuperate for the past 6 weeks of coming home at 9 or 3 in the morning or whatever. Raspberry Ox says, I'm extremely behind in chat, so I'm going to skip a bunch. But first, let me take 10 minutes or so to tell you how this drink is made. I believe that I am disseminating important information. Russell. Holy crap. Or by which I mean, oh, hey, Dauber. Dauber bought one of my dream items recently. Secondhand. Kind of threadbare, but still, the man got, can I talk about this, Dauber? The man got a Hudson's Bay blanket, a 4-point Hudson's Bay blanket for, Dauber, I'm going to let you say the price you got for that blanket. I dream of a Hudson's Bay blanket, a 4-pointer. I dream of 2. I dream of having like a single size or a twin size for like my bushcraft blanket for taking into the woods, because the Canadiana magic is just there. But I also dream of having the king size for our bed. And I don't know which of these dreams to act on as soon as I like win the freaking lottery. Because the thing is, a Hudson's Bay blanket, if you walk in a Hudson's Bay and you buy one, you're throwing down $500. right? Like they start at I think 385 Canadian, and I think they top out around 675 for the 585. I don't quite remember, but like for the king size, they're very bloody expensive because they're made the same way they've been made for way over a century, or maybe even 2 at this point. They're wool, and they're iconic. Like they are to Canada what, dear Americans, help me with this, because I often say that the 303 British is Canadiana the way the 30-06 is Americana, or like the 30-30, right? I say that the canoe is to Canada what the covered wagon is to the United States, but I don't know what, because the Hudson's Bay blanket is foundational Canadiana, right? It's like beaver pelts. You know, it's one of those things you think of when you think of old Canadian stuff, and like snowshoes. You know, like we don't have the same connection to the cowboy stuff. Even in Alberta, we don't really have the same historical connection to the cowboy stuff as you guys do. But I don't know what the American analog to the Hudson's Bay blanket is. David, before I show these, can I show these? So yeah, dear Americans, please tell me what the American analog to the Hudson's Bay blanket is. Country Boy says, that's too much work. My old-fashioned with just a dram of bourbon over a couple of ice cubes. That's just whiskey on the rocks, dude. Which is old-fashioned. Ah! Whereas Russell cleans the top of his beer can to remove any old dirt, then he opens it. Fair enough. Yeah, Sales says what I was just thinking. It's been a long time it's been a minute since Outdoor Dauber's been on the live stream. I mean, it's like I kind of don't think of that because I talk to Dauber all the time, not on YouTube. But every now and I kind of like, hey, that guy hasn't been on, in my side chat in a long ass time. Go away, Siri. What did Siri think I was calling her for? Is anyone camping in May? Asks Shawnee. Is anyone? Dauber says tonight's topic is cheap gear deals. For you, every day's topic is cheap gear deals. Dauber has this ability to pull down like the most wicked deal, like you guys would not believe. Hey, look who else is here. Sean in Alaska. Nice to see you, Sean. I like an old I love, by the way, everyone. Does everyone here check out Sean's live streams? Because he's not going to be doing them once the tourist season picks up. So get it in while you still can. But I love that guy's live streams. Everybody check them out. Or else. You like a good old-fashioned a few times a year, like yours with macerated cherries too. Now, why are you live on Wednesday and Fallout rocks? Okay, first of all, the proper maraschino cherry is amazing. The improper one is still pretty good, to be honest with you. I'm live on Wednesday because yesterday I had an event that I had to be at the English Montreal School Board because I'm on a governing board of one of their schools. And yes, Fallout is amazing. Both the game series and now the TV series. I played Fallout 25 years ago when the first Fallout came out, and saw the dawn many a night, many a morning, because I had lost track of time while playing that silly game. I see Russell has popped in, so
howdy.
He says, but what if the cows really come home? I'm so far behind on the chat, dude.
You are like over 30 minutes behind. I almost didn't join because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that happen?
I'm trying to sort of catch up, but it's like, oh, Sean's on the 17th of May. That's right before me. Oh, are we at? Yeah, we're at 21:56. So I have to close my poll. So what do we got? Come on, fool, and poll. So it looks like 76% say that I should do birthday shoutouts, and 23% say no. So I don't know how to collect those birthdays. Tell you what, everyone put your birthday in the side chat, and Destiny's gonna note them all down and send it to me. We're still friends, right, Destiny? or somebody, a mod, somebody keep track, because I'm gonna blow it otherwise.
Isn't it like two different people are writing them down?
You think?
Yeah, you're so far in chat. You haven't seen it.
Hold on. Peanut Trucker says on the 12th you wrote it in your book. I did write it in my book, actually. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to blow it if we sort of decide that I'm going to do birthday shoutouts. Okay, I'm going to skip down a little bit because I'm so redonkulously late. Oh, my snap. Yeah, you do realize that dandelions are not attractants for bees, right? They're not attractants necessarily, but when they're because they come up, or at least in zone 5 where I live in Montreal, they come up earlier than other flowers, so they are still useful early in the season only. Marcel's back at like a full 30 minutes ago. Sorry, guys. Serge says to Adoro, if you give me that 4-point Hudson's Bay blanket, I love you. So would I. Okay, people are just saying hi to each other, so I'm gonna be. Someone will be 51. I guess that's gonna be me. I just want to see, like, make sure that I'm not. Oh, there. Boom. Homie is popping in. Just stay at 50. No one will ever know. Fair enough. Peanut Trucker is going to be 52 years old. 70. No, he's saying that I'll be 52. 72 to 24. I think that math works out for me. Brett Russell, who some of you know, says bushcraft, blades, babies, and math. I'm not so great with the math. I'm not. I love it. Counting with Jess. Don't even bother.
I got an age story for you.
Do you?
This happened just today. I was in the subway and there's a new sign up saying, Tuesdays are now seniors days, get 25% off. I'm like, oh my God, in a little more than 2 months, I will be able to get seniors discounts.
You're going to be 65?
It's 55.
Oh, it's 55?
Yeah, that's typically when senior discounts start.
Oh my God, is it? God, I'm that close.
Tell me about it. I can't believe it. When did that happen?
I don't know.
When the hell did that happen?
Nobody knows. But my right knee keeps telling me that I'm getting older. That's for sure. Sean says, to get clear ice, just freeze hot water. LOL. I don't think that.
But you have to keep it hot, right? While you freeze it.
Yeah. That's the thing. It has to stay hot.
Got it.
We're at 21:59. Is Al still hanging? Like, you're probably further ahead in the chat than I am.
He is. Well, he was here a few minutes ago.
So I'll pour.
He was upset that you didn't get his humor.
About what?
I think he was talking disco rap.
What?
With the macaroni and cheese. I think that was disco rap. I'm not sure. But he should be still here. I think maybe.
Okay, hold on. Sal says the Messenger Tactic T-shirt was the only merch I bought. Well, thank you for buying that, because I believe you're the only one. Oh, Outdoor Dauber is asking, link to that notebook. You're talking about this one here? Sure.
They were talking about it later.
Okay, so I don't need to link to it?
I think David said it was on Amazon as something.
Yes, the Traveler's Notebook is on Amazon.ca, and I just blah, 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 blah. Hey, right?
Exactly.
Right.
I've said the same thing many times.
I do want to point out that for the traveler's notebook, there are two sizes. This is the passport size, and they have another size which is taller. And I think that for many applications, the taller one is more practical. But I
Taller,
love shit.
but not wider, just
No,
taller?
it's not wider. It's the same width, but about that tall. And for a lot of things, I think that size would be better. Like, for instance, for my to-do lists, I have to do them week by week rather than by day because I just don't have enough space. Whereas with the tall one, the thing is, the the YouTubes are full of people who do bullet journaling and who can show you how to make massive use of both sizes. I like this size for the portability, but the taller one is definitely going to be more practical in many contexts. It is called the Traveler's Notebook, though. And yes, you can find it on Amazon or any very good pen and stationery store, but only very good ones. And they're bloody expensive in Canada. Like in Canada, they're not affordable. In the States, they are. No, there's nothing new to this. Absolutely not. What I like about it is the fact that everything inside is removable, right? So like when I use up, I have two notebooks in here. I have one that's sort of for maybe I'll do a video on it. I have one that's sort of for thoughts. Okay, so like just stuff that pops into my head or stuff that I've heard, almost like a commonplace notebook, but not quite. Verging on journal entries, but I'm not a journalizer.
Jesse's thoughts are like, if I had a chicken on my shoulder, would I have to wear bug spray? Or would the chicken eat the bugs, right?
You're so bizarre, but yes, okay. Fair enough. So there's one for that, and then the second one, which I have not a grid, but a dot grid. You know, so I use this for weekly to-do lists. I have a. Is that you? I have a mood.
That's me.
A mood tracker and a gratitude journal, which I'm trying, which I've spent my entire life thinking is way too granola-y for me, but I'm trying it just to see if it helps my freaking headspace. I have a page of notes for each daughter, things that I need to do for them. Right, so this is just like my entire... Dude, I'm even keeping track here of whiskey and cocktail videos that I have that have to be done, and new bushcraft video ideas. Like this is my brain. That's my brain. There, I've just done a video about my notebook. Suddenly I feel like a bullet journal channel. But yeah, there's nothing new about it. What I love is that you can have the same cover for 10 years, 20 years, whatever, and just replace, because everything on it's replaceable, right? You can buy, once that goes, you can buy that. Like, it's all completely replaceable, which is nice. Skipping down. Serge, trying not to say that Jess likes a tight cork, but I failed. I know what you're talking about. Destiny pausing with the first quotable quote of the night goes to Serge. Little Fish says her birthday is October 11th. Christy's on March 20th. Please tell me that somebody's keeping track of these. Peanut Trucker says October 11th is Jennifer and my anniversary. I can remember that one, Marcel. Unfortunately, my anniversary with it depends on what we're counting from, but our first date was on February 14th.
Destiny's keeping track.
Okay. Country Boy says, I don't like being reminded of my declining time on this planet. I don't know if I like it or not, to be honest with you. I have many thoughts about that I'm not going to drag down the live stream with. Oh, but it is 22:06, so 05. So what am I pouring? Am I pouring the Blue Label?
Well, Al didn't come back, so I don't think so. All
right, I'll pour the Epicurean then. Tight cork. Do you think Al really took off, or did he fall asleep?
I think he took off.
He takes off early though. I think he has a healthier respect for sleep than I do. Cheers.
Cheers.
Do you have a pint or something? What do you got? Grats?
It's the the thing.
The thing.
Gibson's finest rare 12.
Right.
Better than the red and cheaper for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost anything's better than the red. The only thing I've had that's not better than the red is the proper 12. Yeah, Serge, I knew that it was Alain's birthday today. I sent him well wishes over the Book of Faces. Jennifer is June 3rd. Chris, I'll remember that. No, I won't, but Destiny's noting it down. Outdoor Dauber says, I'm picking up notes of unicorn tears enhanced by the gentle scent of hibiscus and lilac. It sounds to me like Outdoor Dauber is having a scotch tonight.
That's not proper notes. Come on.
B flat.
B flat.
Marcus says, I noticed you have the same case I do on your phone and the same phone as well. This guy here? Okay, except that you might have the actual Apple one. This is an Amazon one for $20, and it's chipping the edge of my phone. So I'm thinking I might just. I never have to take it.
Phone?
Yeah, and it's funny because my fiddler has the exact same problem. He has the same case on his phone, and his was doing the same to his. So he
wait. The case is chipping the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fudge!
I know, because this is supposed to be like super high-end glass. So I don't know what's with this case. Anyway. I mean, I'm talking microchips, right? I'm not talking about big pieces coming off.
I get it, but still, the phone should be chipping.
Susie says, maybe your brain works better on Tuesdays than Wednesdays. Or you're confusing your brain doing it on Wednesday. Maybe. Hey, I get confused easily, man, so it's not exactly out of my way.
On the other hand, it is an Apple product, so...
I thought for sure, I'm just moving right past your little snarky little comment. I thought for sure that Jess was a Gemini, but he's a Taurus, May 21st birthday. Maybe he's on the cusp. I'm on the center day of the cusp, in fact. The cusp is 3 days, and I am on the center one. So I'm both Gemini and Taurus. The way I like to sum that up is to say that we're both a couple of assholes, stubborn assholes.
No, demonetized.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there's Al. Humor lost. Never mind. I didn't even pick up the humor. What was he referring to?
I can't say for certain. It's Al's humor.
David says, I sent you a text. Yes. Oh, yeah. Did he say that I can show them? Oh, I'm so far behind. It's crazy.
I don't know, but I'm going to say yes. I'll say yes on Dave's behalf.
All right, so I'm going to show them. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is the Coleman heater, which looks really cool to me, to be straight with you.
Oh, hold on. What the heck? Why is that not working?
What's not working?
Why can't I change the layout?
Oh, hold on. I get it. I know what you're trying to do. No, that's not what I meant to do.
Hold on. Do this and then do that.
Okay.
There
it is. So there's the heater, which I think is very cool.
Why doesn't
Russell is still messing around?
None of the other ones work.
And here's one of his new lanterns. I think this is the 200A, right? I think that's a 200A. My Coleman foo is not strong though. I know it's not.
So that's one where you have to install a little lantern, like one of those paper thin lantern things.
Yeah, it's got the little
or mesh, whatever.
Yeah, the little mesh bags. What the hell are they called? Mantles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he says it's a 200A. Yeah, I love it. Marcus could go for a hot dog right now. Fair enough.
What are you doing with all these lanterns there, David?
Loving them.
So, like
hugging them, lighting them, and basking in the warmth. So Russell asked,
I want you with my lanterns.
Yeah. Russell asked if anyone wrote down my instructions on how to make an old fashioned. If you didn't, let me know and I can send them to you.
Or just tell them again.
Yeah.
Start over.
It's funny, Destiny. Two things I can say about that. Someone I know through playing music in Alberta is actually a descendant of Shackleton's. Like, she's even got his last name. And second, there is a Shackleton blended whiskey that's out that I had originally thought was reverse engineered from one of those cases. Like, because you can stick a needle into an old whiskey, draw some out, and then test it or taste it or whatever. And so I had thought that that's what they'd done and they'd recreated that. But it turns out that it's actually like an homage to the whiskey of the era. So I didn't buy it because if it had been like we have reconstructed, one of the things I like about this King George is that it's supposed to be a reconstruction of what whiskey was like when King George V was the king of, well, here Canada, but over there England. And so when the Shackleton whiskey came out, I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then I read into it. It's like, no, it's an homage to the whiskeys at the time. I'm like, what does that actually mean? So I didn't buy it. I should have, but I didn't. It was affordable. It's a blend, right? Dauber says that a Hudson's Bay 4-point with a small moth-eaten area for $74.99 USD plus tax. So that's as far back. That's as late as I am, because I had asked him to say how much he spent. The Hudson's Bay blanket is to Canada what the CBK is to Canada. Dauber, you are unclear on the concept. Mark is asking Pendleton, but is it really? Like, is it to Canada what Pendleton is to the United States? Oh, he's asking if it's a Pendleton blanket. No. David is asking you, how are the dogs doing settling back in? I'm sure they're happy to be home.
I did answer in chat. Do you want me to answer now?
No,
I can do it.
No, because I'm just showing it. Junebug is acting weird.
Yep.
Outdoor Dauber says, the Hudson's Bay blanket is to Canada what the Winchester rifle is to the U.S., except that we have an analog, right? It's just that up here it's the Lee Enfield, right? We have an analog to that already. Willow already smells like dead fish, so she's settling right back in.
Well, she goes through the mud puddles, and I don't know how that happens, but she comes in and it's like, oh my God, what is that?
Yeah. Al says that May 15th we open up the camper site. Interesting. Christy says that Russell got a new sweatshirt.
Actually, it's a hoodie, and it's not new. It's back when Bass Pro was partially sponsoring the channel. This is one of the things they sent for free, and this is the first time I'm wearing it, actually.
So how long does a partial sponsor like that last?
Well, that was a special case. Oh. It started in like July, and they wanted to go to the end of the year.
Nice.
And I said, sure. They weren't paying very much, but I was just happy to get in with Bass Pro.
Yeah, I was going to say. And every little bit counts, right?
Mm-hmm.
David voted no for the birthdays. Nice to know that he's joyless. Peanut Trucker says that, okay, Destiny she's got the peanuts. She's got the peanuts under control. That's not weird, right? No, it's kind of weird. Destiny says, you bet I do. I got those peanuts under control.
You need a microscope to see them, but yeah.
I love it. Mark, to Ian, the Webbler, Pendleton wool, Pendleton whiskey, both keep you warm. Love it. Dauber's April 2. Happy belated. Ian's like 55 in senior discounts. Woo! I already have like a quasi, not a seniors card, but an almost seniors card that gets me discounts to all kinds of things that I just don't even want to buy. I'm like, oh, great.
The whole thing is terrifying to me. I mean, I certainly feel really fucking old, but now I have the birth date to.
Yeah, to tag it on, to sort of hang it on. Dauber says, Jess Corbeil skipped over my blanket price after asking for it. No, it's because I'm late, Dauber. Very late.
Yeah, it's almost like Jess has like a few hundred people watching.
Yeah, exactly. It's because I'm slow. Marcel loves to journal. Well, that's good to know. I've tried journaling many times. This book here is the first time I've actually stuck with it for longer than a week. For two reasons. I could probably come up with more reasons if I really got put on the spot, but the two reasons that I think of are, one, this journal gives me the fizz. Like, I love the way it feels. I love the size of it. I love opening it up to look inside. I love using the fountain pen. I always have. And the second is,
Can you hear that?
Yes. What is that?
Raining.
Oh, it just started raining?
It wasn't supposed to rain.
Well, it's raining.
Yeah, that's metal roof.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's insulated, but you know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really loud.
Yeah. Oh, Little Fish has one with all the stickers and stuff. Man, when I was watching the bullet journalists to see how to do my journal, a lot of them put a lot of work into the, like they paint and use stickers and blah and blah and blah. And I'm going super minimalist, one pen, one color. I think I'm telling a lie about that. In the thoughts notebook, I created a couple of spreads where I used a few of my fountain pens, like a mental self-care and cool stuff about me, that I felt I needed to sort of say some positive stuff about me, because I haven't really been thinking positively about myself lately. So I was like, what's cool about me? And then I put that like half dozen things and ran out of ideas. But I'm sure there's more stuff. David says, topic tonight is Jess's brain in a notebook. Susie's on August the 5th. Good to know. Shawnee's January 20th. Destiny's on top of it. She's got it down. Peanut Trucker says that the topic is awesome people's birthdays. David agrees.
Did somebody say they're buying knives tonight?
Is somebody buying a knife tonight?
Woohoo! Jess is buying a knife tonight.
I'm not buying a knife tonight. I can't buy anything, dude. I'm spending massive money on something right now.
Oh, is it that rash?
No.
You know, the one. You probably didn't want to talk about that in public. But you got to get that fixed, man.
Peanut Trucker, time to go, everyone. Thank you for all your hard work to Destiny. That was like 11 minutes ago. Okay.
Yeah, you're slowly.
I'm catching up. I'm skipping a bunch of stuff so I can catch up here. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't skip somebody who's popped in late, kind of thing. Yeah, David says show them, so I did that. It's a mantle, yes. Excuse me. Country Boy says, "Yep, I got the recipe. Pour bourbon over rocks."
There you go.
Hey, Jennifer's here, or was here. How's it going?
Oh yeah, knives. Okay, I'm looking at Amazon.
You're looking at Amazon?
Why not?
Sales went to bed at 10:12, so I missed him going to bed by about 7 minutes. So good night, Serge. Sleep well.
Oh, there's a Dune bushcraft knife.
What? Like branded after the film? I just want to say hi to Jennifer. I think it's a pretty good night. I had a rough work day, so I'm glad to be live streaming tonight. It's weird to not be streaming on Tuesday, though. I keep thinking it's Tuesday, and I have to sort of remind myself, take out the compost after the live stream. Kind of thing, Looks like everyone's saying hi. David says, I'm selling willow fur, non-smelling dead fish fur. Jennifer's waiting on Chris to come home. I think he's coming home tonight or soon. I think he's in Jackson, where was it? Mississippi, but he'll be in Alabama tomorrow. What the hell did he say? Am I getting my states right? I'm not great with keeping the states straight, but I do believe. I could go with that, Dauber. The Hudson's Bay blanket is to Canada what the cowboy bedroll is to the U.S. You know what? That works. Destiny, keep track of that. I think that's a good comparison. I think we should. Outdoor Dauber says, I recently bought a trap spring knife with curly maple scales. I don't know what a trap spring knife is, but I do know what curly maple is. I used to have a base with a curly maple top. It was gorgeous. Jennifer said, I missed you last night. Went out for dinner with my motorcycle girls. It's okay. I wasn't on last night, but that's cool. That's cool. Did you go to was it a good restaurant? I was also out for supper last night. Not at a restaurant, but I was at an event. Apparently, I got Chris's route correct. I am happy to know that. My memory is so bad that it's like, oh, you went from Mexican. Made from a trap long spring. Oh, okay. So the spring, you're talking about what the metal was that it was made from. Bushcraft knife made in Ukraine. Can you go over to the logo?
Beavercraft.
But Beavercraft isn't a Ukrainian company. They're British. They probably have someone at like, what does it call, SKB or whatever, making that knife for them.
The silly thing is, I still think it's funny that, they got Dune on here, which is an obvious nod to the movie, but that's the only, I did a search. The only place Dune is mentioned is right here. That's it. In the whole page. So they're obviously,
if that is an SKB, then it is absolutely worth that money.
Well, it's also, it just says it's carbon steel. And it doesn't say.
It doesn't say what the. To Jennifer, I just wanted to say that there's a Mexican place near me that is very bloody authentic, and because I'm used to going to places like Three Amigos where it's like Tex-Mex or whatever, but this place near us is so good, man, and it's authentic Mexican, which really weirded me out the first couple of times I went, but I got used to it pretty damn fast because holy crap. And it's one of these basement places, like small restaurant in a basement. You walk past it a million times, and then one day you're walking past and you think, wait, what? But I love me some Mexican. Love it. David's out. Good night, mister. Dentist first thing in the morning. Oh, great.
Oh, David.
All right. Sleep well, and I hope that your appointment goes well tomorrow. Jennifer says, whoops, where is it? I like the authentic stuff. We have several food trucks in town that have the real stuff. Montreal has only recently got with the food trucks again after 50 years or something. I grew up in a town with no food trucks. And whenever I'd go to like Vancouver or Ottawa or like Toronto and get a pretzel from a truck, I was like, this is the best thing ever. And now that we finally have food trucks again, it feels like we've like rejoined the international community in some ways, because I think that I get a real joy out of ordering something out of the side of a truck and eating it outside from a greasy paper plate or whatever. I that's like summer, man. That's I have such great summer memories when I was a kid of buying a sausage on a bun with like mustard from a food truck.
That's one of the things that City Grill and I really like is downtown Toronto. You buy those great big sausage dogs. They're like this big.
Yeah,
they're huge, and you just dump everything on it. They've got all the condiments. There's like 20 different condiments.
Absolutely.
And they taste so good.
So good.
That's the only time I've ever enjoyed. Shoot, what is it? What do you put on a sausage dog? Mustard and
Relish, ketchup,
No,
cheese,
no. It's like
salsa,
keep going. No, it's one of
Tabasco,
it's one of the weird ones. It's not one you generally put on a hot dog.
horseradish.
In the same vein as that, what is it called? Shoot. Anyway, I always put mustard in that thing I can't think of.
Very often I will just put the mustard. Sauerkraut. Oh yeah, hello.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever enjoyed sauerkraut. Sauerkraut and mustard on one of those suckers. Oh, and olives, green olives.
I can't eat olives.
You can't?
No, they come right back up immediately, which was embarrassing when I discovered that. So,
well, yeah. I have a similar problem with raw onions.
Really? I wouldn't really eat too many raw onions in too many different contexts, but
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, but like for olives, and which is weird because olive oil doesn't do anything to me. I can eat olive oil.
Oh, weird. Which
tells me one of two things. A, olive oil is not as pure as we're led to believe. And like there's a lot of questions around, spend the money on the good olive oil if you're buying olive oil, right? So maybe I'm buying olive oil that isn't real, right? Or B, olive oil is way more processed than we think it is. Jennifer says, Chris and I love the roach coaches out west. Food trucks are the freaking best. Absolutely. I love it.
My problem with raw onions is like if I use raw onions, I'll taste it for the rest of the day. I have this sour oniony taste.
Oh yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
It's awful. Bloody awful.
Yeah. Dauber says, I wish I could do real Mexican. I just do real barbecue. You sure do. You sure do. And Jennifer, man, you should see the pictures this guy sends sometimes doing his like reverse sear and stuff. I am dying for yes, Christy, sauerkraut. Exactly. Yeah. I love sauerkraut. Oh yeah, you guys are all like sauerkraut. Hey, hi Scott. Scott comes in with a sauerkraut. I totally missed that you were in. But yeah, I was gonna say something to Jennifer. Yeah, I love a food truck. I'm so pleased that they're here again. It's it's not a healthy way to eat supper, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm eating outside. I'm fighting wasps, and I'm still loving life because I bought my food out of the side of a.
Oh, and you guys get the wasp problem around there? We get them around here. Like in town, like I get a sub and I try and eat it in the park, and just
you chased away. Yeah. So here's that spring knife that Dauber has. Okay, I see it. Gotta get over my face so that it focuses.
Hold on, let's do this. Let's try this again. There we go.
That's a cool. I see the curly maple. It's a stained curly maple. Is that a Scandi grind? Looks like a Scandi grind to me.
There's a ring on the end. Can you like twirl it around your finger like
yeah, because that's the end of the spring probably, right? Or whatever. I would totally twirl that, and then I would totally, while I'm twirling it, I would slice the crap out of my forearm and then regret.
So, I don't understand the spring part of that. What do you mean?
It's made from a spring metal.
Oh, okay, got it.
Tim popping in at 10:28. Hey, I'm caught up. All I had to do was skip half of the damn side chat and I'm caught up.
Aces, dude.
Yeah.
You're the primordial live streamer.
Not only that, but I'm also the seminal live streamer.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dauber says it's a Tabber snatch. There we go. That was the most Montreal thing I could have possibly said. I just caught myself. Dauber says convex grind. You can twirl it if you want. Tim is watching the sunset. The sun is way down over here, man. My dad's probably watching the sunset too. I think he's in the same time zone as you. Did I ever tell you about my grandpa Aimé?
Asking me, I don't know.
French Canadian guy, obviously. I mean, his name is Aimé, for God's sakes. Married a Scottish woman, and the worst Quebecois swear word of all, bar none, like forget about it, is tabarnak, which means tabernacle. But ever since the Quiet Revolution here in the 60s, all of our swear words are church related, right? So calice is the chalice, right? Hostie is the host. And these are bad words. If YouTube knew a damn thing about Quebec, I would be demonetized for saying tabarnak, okay? And
It
so
doesn't sound so bad.
no, in English it doesn't. And if you say tabarnak, on the street in France, they're like, "Mais qu'est-ce que ça veut dire, quoi?" And you're gonna say, "Mais, it's a swear word." Ah, mais comme merde, quoi. I'm like, no, yeah, but merde is shit, right? So it's like, yeah, but no, I'm in Quebec.
Shit is way worse than the tabernacle.
Yeah, we swear big time,
I will step in a tabernacle. I will not step in shit.
Right. So, oh yeah, so like they were very Catholic, right? Which is weird for a Scottish woman, but whatever. And she would not allow him to say tabernacle in the house. He was not allowed to say that word anywhere near her. And he was a laborer. He was blue collar, right? I mean, the guy wore jeans to work, so he didn't allow his kids to wear jeans because he was like, that's working, whatever. So he used to always say taber with an English R at the end. Taber, because there's a legal loophole between him and my grandma that it wasn't tabernacle, so it's okay. Dauber's telling you to check. So taber. And I okay, hold on, I'm checking Signal again. Except it's not working. Come on, Signal, work with me.
I was reading a series of fantasy novels, and in them he created all these different gods that were part of the novels. Anyway, and so some of the characters would swear by saying the gods' names, and it sounded so funny until I thought, well, that's pretty much what we do.
Which book was this?
The Belgariad. It was.
Oh yeah, okay. I've never read it, but I know what you're talking about. So this is the spring here that knife was made from.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's a trap.
Yeah. But you see the spring on the side of it?
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to check what time it is. Okay, I'm going to edit this video afterwards.
For what?
Not going to talk about it, but I just showed something I didn't want to show. It's dark where Jennifer is. Yeah, but Jennifer, I think you're a lot closer to my time zone. Tim says, "Hey there, steel buns." Looks cold in the cabin. Looks cold in the cabin. Are you cold? Do you have a fire on?
No, it's not cold at all. And no, it's like 21 Celsius in here.
Yeah, I'm in shorts and I have the window open. Hike with Mike in the house. How's it going?
Hey, Mike.
He's asking Quebecois. Yes. I don't know. What did I say about Quebecois? I was talking about Quebecois swear words.
Swearing, yeah.
Is Hike with Mike asking what Quebecois means? I guess in English, what is a Quebecois in English? Quebecer?
I guess Quebecer.
Quebecer swear words?
Do we ever say Quebecer? I've never said Quebecer, but that's what it is, I guess. Quebecois. I've said Quebecois.
Yeah, I say Quebecois, but I live in French, right? Jennifer says it's 9:34. So you're okay. So you're within an hour of me. So yeah, it's definitely dark where you are.
How is it? I thought Florida was on the same time as us.
I don't think Jennifer is in.
Oh, maybe she's not on daylight savings time.
I certainly have questions. I have in-laws in Florida. I mean, of course, because I live with a Haitian woman, so of course I have in-laws in Florida and New York City. But I never even occurred to me to check on the time zonage, because I would just assume that Florida is the same time zone as us. But do they maybe not do the time change?
Maybe she can answer that.
I just don't know.
Hey, what do you think of? I'm going to show you something else here. Back of the. What are these called? Back of the.
Scout carry.
Is that what it's called? Scout carry?
That's a scout carry sheath. Yeah.
What do you think of them?
I love the idea, but I would fear trying to use one. I fear trying to use even a dangler. Like if I'm not looking at it, you know, you can watch some bushcraft guys, they do something and then just go click and they didn't even look. I have to like look and make sure I'm putting it in properly. I love the idea.
Those guys don't have very sharp knives.
Maybe, but I love the idea of the scout carry. I would love to try it. Dauber has a scout carry, if I'm correct. I'm sure I saw he had a scout carry, or he was getting a scout carry made. Dauber, can you sound off if I'm right about that? Oh, hold on. Jennifer said the part under Georgia is eastern, the part under Alabama is central. Okay.
Yeah. Florida stretches pretty far west at that area, I guess.
Yeah. And Dauber says that his trap spring knife sheath is scout carry. Okay. And so, because I love the look of the scout carry, do you find it's as easy to get your knife in and out of as like a dangler or just a standard belt sheath? And do you wear it in the back, the way the one that Russell just showed is?
I wonder if it's like if you typically use both hands to put a knife in the sheath and you got it on your right side or your left side, maybe it's just as easy to feel behind you with both hands to put it in the sheath. You're still using both hands either way, right?
Yeah. I have images of stitches.
Images of Stitches. That's a great band name.
That is. Like a prog rock band. Tim says, I'm on the Pacific Coast. I know where you are. You're in California, aren't you? Oh, I'm going to be embarrassed if he's in Washington State, but I'm pretty sure he's in California.
He's in California.
Yeah. Jennifer is going to be on the Pacific in July. Man, I haven't been on the Pacific in years because I used to, like, my old stomping grounds in some ways were Vancouver, which is not technically on the coast. Like, there's an inlet, the Burrard Inlet, which is where Vancouver is, but you know, you're essentially on the coast within a hop, a skip, and a long leap. And you know, Victoria is straight up on the coast. You know, if you take a swim out from Victoria, the next thing you hit is Japan, kind of thing. And I love the forest around there. I love sort of the forest, sort of, you know, swooping up into the Cascade Mountains. And, you know, if you get over the Cascade Mountains and then you hit the Rockies, just like there's the Coast Mountains and the Cascades and the Rockies. Spectacular countryside. Now I'm talking specifically BC. I've been to California, but only like LA and Anaheim, really. Never been to even San Francisco. I've been to Seattle. But even at that, Seattle for like an hour, I went down to pick up my girlfriend at the time from the airport to drive her up to Vancouver. You know, it was like, I don't have a lot of American West Coast experience, but I do have a lot of Canadian West Coast experience. Dauber says, okay, he wears it on the left side and I've had no issue. I typically only use one hand to put my knife away. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm always too scared to do that. I'm afraid of cutting the sheath or my shirt or my pants or, well, let's be honest, myself. Partly because I feel like I'm slightly accident prone. Mal's here. How's it going, Mal?
Malo, sorry.
Malo à la ferme. Destiny saying hi.
That's all I got. Sorry.
Sorry for what?
Missing your live stream.
Oh yeah, because she was streaming tonight.
Yep, same time.
Okay, everyone just saying hi to Mal. Should I pour myself another small dram? Just a wee one?
Oh, Malo, do you want to join us, or is this a guys only thing, Jess?
I don't do anything guys only.
Well, if I'll tell you what, if Mallow's got a box of wine, then I'll send her a link.
You know, I have a French Canadian family, so I'm very familiar with the box of wine. I call it cuvée du dépanneur.
Which translates to what?
Cuvée of corner store.
Cuvée.
Cuvée, it's a wine term, like
Corner store wine. Okay, I get it.
But cuvée is like a classy, whatever. I'm wasting myself here. My humor, my brilliance.
Clearly.
Christy says, yes, pour it. I did, but a very small one.
Cheers.
Oh, Christy, Card Bordeaux is the correct name. That's amazing.
Card Bordeaux.
Oh,
Love it.
Snap. Oh, Outdoor says maybe this is an American term. Maybe Cuvée du Dépanneur is Card Bordeaux. I was impressed with Christy. Now I'm just like impressed with the US because I have never heard that.
I've never heard that.
No, I don't think it's an American thing. Outdoor Dauber says, I typically lay my index finger along the spine of my knife and use that to find the sheath opening before sliding the blade in. Okay, I could see that working.
All right, hold on.
Working. Keep those bladies working. Rawhide. Along the spine? That's not the spine.
That's what part is this? This is the sharp part?
The spine is the other part, yeah.
How far down?
How low can you go?
Yeah, that's not helping. Oh, wait.
No, stop.
Damn it. Yeah, that doesn't work. This sheet needs 2 hands.
Yeah, that sheet definitely needs 2 hands.
You almost need to... Nope. There's no way to do this.
No, not with that sheath, no. But most bushcraft sheaths don't have that little flap on them.
Yeah.
Mal says, I need to finish my beer before... Oops. Hold on. I clicked on that one by accident because of timing. I need to finish my beer before bed. I would hop on, but I'm a bit lived out and happy off screen. Fair enough.
Alrighty.
We don't need you anyway.
And your Card Bordeaux. Or your beer. Is it box beer?
Could you imagine beer coming in those Tetra packs?
Beer Bordeaux.
Yeah. Tetra packs of...
How long is this blade?
Yeah.
What did we say it was? 5 1/4 or something?
I think it's 5 1/4. Yeah. And I'm with you, Dauber. I typically carry a 4-inch blade too, but I have that knife as well. That's the Grumman number 4. It's the one that I carry that's longer than a 4-inch. And I still have residual regret for buying one that wasn't flat ground because I think it's an ideal camp kitchen knife, like camp cooking knife.
That's
the number 1.
This is more the everyday carry. It's lighter.
Yeah, I love that knife.
To use.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a good size. It's a good ergonomic.
Said, but I mean, if I had to go out and do like serious bushcraft,
what did you just say? Yeah, that's a good one. I would baton with that one. You know, I batoned with a Canadian belt knife once, and I got viciously wrecked for it in the comments by one guy. And I've been giggling about it ever since.
Needs a cleaning too.
Yeah, it does. Mal is drinking an 8.2%. Oh, for land's sakes, is drinking an 8.2%. That's got to be a Unibrew. Something by Unibrew.
That's pretty strong, Mallow.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be a Unibrew. Like Unibrew, they do a lot of stuff in the 8 to 11% range. I used to drink a lot of Unibrew, but then I realized that the octane was kind of overtaking the taste for me.
Yeah, I don't drink anything really strong anymore. Nothing over 5%. Well, that's not true, but just end up getting drunk and I'm not sure where I was going with that,
But like I find that the taste becomes subservient to the octane, like around 7 to 11%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you drink a couple of those and you're done. Like,
yeah. Dauber says that number 4 wouldn't work the way I put my blade away. No, and in fact, if we hadn't stopped Russell, he would have shown us exactly why.
I suppose you could just, if you cut that off. Well, there's no friction.
Yeah, no, that's the thing with that. If there was any friction or any tightness at all, I would have taken
this one.
Yeah, that one works fine.
That wasn't all the way in. That could have fallen out.
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing.
That would have been embarrassing. This one's good.
Yeah. Destiny says that Kristen Grounds wins best quotable quote ever. Box 5 for the win. Oh, yeah. So give it a try. Yeah, Russell. Stop. Yeah, there we go.
Now, I don't know how holding my finger there helps. I can do it like this too. Like,
but like I'm not going to do it because I've been drinking whiskey, and I very much do not want to touch pointy objects after drinking booze. But I can sort of like I'm imagining how he's doing it, and I can see he's not sort of coming at it like that. He's using the finger to find where he's going to push it in, and then sends it home. Oh wait, he carries it on his left hand, on his left side. So he's using the finger sort of as a probe.
I know.
Moving right along.
No.
To see where he's going, and then he sort of puts it in.
Soon we'll be doing math again. We don't want to go down that road.
No, because I'm terrible at math.
Carry the 1. No, it's still not working.
I can't carry the 1. I'm old. It's too heavy for my back. Christy loves the fact that she made the quotable quotes. Destiny's going to put out a book one day with the quotable quotes, and we're all going to be like, "Did I say that? Oh my god!"
And 20 people will buy it.
Yeah, a whole 20 people.
Get the tip of your index finger on the point of the knife? Are you crazy?
Oh, no. I know what he's talking about. Not like pointy, but put it along the spine, right to the point. Right up out there. Come on, man. You can do this shit. There you go. Oop,
my fingers are almost on the blade here.
No, you're good. That's how you're going to position the knife.
Oh.
Wow.
I feel the crevice.
Yeah.
It's nice and soft. And I'm going to insert it now.
If you say moist, I'm kicking you off. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. But you got to, okay, let me think about this now. Oh, yep, there's the soft spot. Okay. Sweet.
God damn it, Russell.
I guess it depends on the length of the blade. Like, I wouldn't want to try with a blade longer than this because...
Yeah, you don't want to do it like a sword.
Like this other one.
No, not with the other one. No, wait, it's too long.
Yeah, there's no way.
Mal is asking, why no more Friday stream, Russ? Haven't seen you in a while. He said that he wasn't going to do it for the next little while because he wasn't feeling it.
Also, Jess is my spokesperson because I can't speak for myself on certain topics.
Yeah. So I'm making sure that he doesn't have to. Yeah. Dauber remembers. He can't baton with a cold steel CBK.
Can you baton with any cold steel?
I don't know much about cold steel. Like, I kind of feel like I should own a few more cold steel products just so I could talk about them from a better position. But like, because here's the thing, the cold steel CBK is a rat tail tang, right? Whereas the Groman CBK, the number 1, it's a full tang. So you can baton with that.
I think their products are cool as shit, but I wouldn't want to depend on one for
the cold steel.
Like they have so many cool looking products, but
they have a lot of. But there's a certain zombie apocalypse element to them. Oh, Mal is having a Saint Ambroise Baltic Porter. I sip on them. I don't get drunk on them. I love a porter. A Baltic? What? Yeah, Dauber too.
Porter. Yeah, I love good porter.
Love it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up, but like I'm clearly late. Jennifer says those knives are not big enough for the snakes we have around here. I need a machete. I think.
Are we talking about Jennifer? Like,
The thing
You're
is,
not getting anacondas, but you get rattlesnakes there? Sorry, Jess.
well, I was going to reference more the machete than the snakes, because I mean, if she's in Florida, I know that there are some snakes down there. But I've definitely noticed that where you are in the world, if I was to like look at this from a bushcraft perspective, if you're in the South, there's a lot more machetes happening than like up in the oak forests of New England kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So like I absolutely believe that, not only for the snakes, which I mean up here snakes are like, garter a snake, you can kill that thing with a penknife, but you wouldn't need to because it's not coming after you.
Yeah, if you can catch it.
Yeah,
trying to get away from you so fast. I gotta say that even like, if we had a problem with like venomous snakes, even a machete is too close. I want a spear with a knife taped to the end of it, kind of thing.
where my dad lives, they have 2 kinds of rattlesnake, I think, and they've got like 4 venomous snakes in the Okanagan, and 1 or 2 of them are rattlers of some sort.
Really?
And yeah, and I gotta tell you, they don't want to come after you. They want you to funk right off if you're getting too close to them, right? So like, you don't really get snake bit if you're smart and if you're respectful.
People step on them, right? And that's when it happens.
Well, in fact, you're right. My mother-in-law almost had a problem with one because my dad and her were biking along. They were both avid mountain bikers for a long time, and they were doing a little cross-country single track, and she came to a spot and put her foot down to regain her balance and push off again, and she almost stepped right on one. And so she narrowly missed getting like. So yeah, there's a lot of instances in which case, because she's very snake smart, right? She grew up in the Okanagan, but every now and again, you have a freak little accident, you know?
Yeah.
I love it. Edward Auber says, 20 people buy it. That's 19 more than bought Jesse's shirt. Yeah, but I had other shirts that sold to more people, okay? Raptor Ranch popping in at the very end to say hi to everyone from northern Wisconsin, home of the Ranch. Wisconsin Old Fashioned, which is very different.
Raptor Ranch, what is your name again? We keep doing this. I guess that what it was last time. Was that right?
Country Boy says that the rattlers in BC are pretty docile. Yeah, it's because they're all doped up on smoke.
Jesus. Yes.
Sorry.
Getting political there.
Hey, it's my old stomping grounds. I'm not saying that in a derogatory way.
The rattlers are going, oh, peace, bro.
Peace out. Oh, you used to see them in Kamloops? Yeah, okay. I guess I could see that for sure. I was about to sort of start deep diving into small BC towns, but that's not going to be interesting to anyone on this channel, on this live stream. But I guess I could see that. Like, most of my experience in BC has been like sort of coastal, right? Sunshine Coast, maybe Denman Island, maybe whatever, Vancouver Island, obviously Vancouver. My dad used to live in North Van. And like the Okanagan from Penticton down to like Osoyoos. So if you spat too far, you'd hit the U.S. border kind of thing. I have very little experience up in the interior, much further north than that. Like some, Golden Ears National Park is, Manning Park, places like that. But that's not really super interior, Hold on. Raptor Ranch says, just got done dip netting here. What is a dip net? Oh, Russell, Jennifer says, technically, I usually carry my gun. Knives are for sissies around here. I don't know what kind of boomstick. Now, we don't really talk about guns, but I don't know what kind of boomstick I would carry for snakes. Would that be a shotty? Just to make sure you sort of...
if you're out hiking, generally, if you're out hiking or whatever, you're not going to carry a big, heavy thing because it's heavy and it's awkward and stuff.
I'm not going to carry one at all.
But
like, there is a certain thing that we bring to, say, the hunt camp when we're setting up to make sure that, like, if there's a bear around.
hey,
then
can I say this? I think it's overkill.
Boom.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know. I think here's the thing, Jennifer. I mean, what kind of, you still haven't said what kind of snakes there, but I mean, generally, if you're only going to get bitten if you step on it and it can't get away from you, and at that point, you're not going to pull your gun fast enough to shoot it.
But you know what? I kind of feel that you're in a state with is it alligators or crocodiles in Florida? Alligators, right?
And by the way, knives are not for sissies. If you want to take out a snake with a knife, that's not a sissy move. I'd say guns are the sissy.
I kind of feel that you have to say that in like an Australian accent, Russell.
I couldn't do it, but
hold on. Edward Dauber says, news headline: local rattlesnakes are found in dispensary. He explains their recent docile behavior. Fair enough. Mal's asking Raptor Ranch if it's salmon they're talking about. Okay. Country Boy says dip netting is how the native catch the salmon in the rivers. I would like to know how dip netting is done. Raptor Ranch. Oh, I see. Raptor Ranch says smelting is done here on Lake Superior. And in BC, evidently it's salmon. Outdoor Dobby says a 357 with snake shot. I didn't know that you could get snake shot in a 357.
7 with snake. What is that? Just like shotgun, different types of.
That's what I'm thinking.
They're like BBs, right? The different size of BBs, or
yeah, that's what
like
I'm thinking.
Shot?
Interesting. Walleye. Raptor Ranch is going after the walleye. The walleye. Christy loves walleye. I believe that's a kind of salmon, right? Walleye.
So it looks like dip netting is a net on a really long pole, and you must put it out there. And I guess you just.
So if walleye is salmon, which I think it is, then I cannot eat it without dying. Ian says, I thought there was a new hairdo coming. Oh, Jennifer's out. All right, good night. Have a good sleep, Jennifer, and I hope to see you next time. I believe. What's the date going to be next time? Is that the 7th?
Yeah, I think so.
I might be late for that one.
That's the 7th.
Yeah. Oh, walleye is a whitefish. Okay, so it's not a salmon. Man, that just goes to show you what the hell I know, eh? Yeah. Oh, okay. So Dauber says a plastic capsule filled with lead shot instead of a lead bullet.
So it's like a shotgun shell.
Yeah.
Right? Cartridge.
Yeah. Oh, Destiny's out as well. Bonsoir. Kaya, bonsoir. Until next time, bisous. Good night, Destiny. See you next time.
Destiny.
Christy says that Sean in Alaska does dip netting. Watch his video. Just okay. I'll look that up on his channel. Walleye isn't pink fish. Okay, because here's the thing: the ones that will take me out, but good, are the pink ones, right? Salmon, trout, shark, stuff like that. I cannot eat. Oh, walleye's a cousin to perch. I didn't know that. I thought walleye was a salmon for some reason. Man, I feel stupid now.
Well, walleye is another name for pickerel.
Is it?
If that makes a difference, yeah.
Oh, so that is a whitefish.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a mini shotgun shell. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Whoops. Jennifer, touchy. I love it. Mal says, I miss Alaska for the fishing. Gosh, it was amazing. I've never gone fishing because, well, no, I did go fishing once or twice when I was a kid, but I, due to allergies to anything that's a pink fish, I've never learned really anything about fish.
Yeah, I love I love fishing.
Oh, and this apparently pickerel is a completely different fish. I don't know. I don't know a damn thing about fish. I feel a Google search coming on, but I'm gonna wait until after the live stream. Like, if I could learn to fish and know what I was catching and know that it was a white fish, because I don't want to like open something up and realize, oh, I can't eat this. I mean, I know it's not going to go to waste. You throw it in the woods or the water, and the seagulls will take it or whatever. But you know, like being able to fish for my supper if I'm on a canoe camping trip that's like 10 days long would be an epic way to eat. Raptor says, I love fishing on the Bad River in Lake Superior. Yeah, I've never gone really fishing. We bought my eldest daughter. Well, we bought Cody a fishing kit, and she was supposed to learn fishing from her grandpa, but then the COVID's hit, and then she sort of forgot about it. But I think she'd like to take it up. Apparently, pickerel might be closer to perch. Chain pickerel, never heard of it, is more like a small pike. But all these are whitefish, so I'm okay.
I'm reading about it now. It's like a lot of people will call walleye pickerel, but then in some places, pickerel is actually a different fish. Okay, so they're saying walleye is close to perch, and pickerel is closer to pike. But I'm pretty sure they're all whitefish. So
yeah, as long as it's a whitefish, I'm not gonna die if I eat it.
But we can still try.
Go fishing, make a little fish for supper. Part of the reason why I wish I could catch fish is because you know the native way of preparing fish, and it's almost always done with salmon, of like opening it up on like sticks and holding it over a fire. I love the idea of that. I would like to try that, but I can't do it with I can't eat the pink fish, so I would want to try it with something like a pickerel or a perch or some damn thing.
You need a better definition than pink fish. Is that what it is? I mean, it's just pink fish, or is
I know in French we call it poisson gras, which would mean, I guess, fatty fish or oily fish. Like the ones that are really healthy for you, I can't eat. The ones with all the omega-3s and everything, right? But the flesh tends to be pink, you know, like a salmon or a trout, shark. I don't know about like swordfish, but I mean, I don't go fishing in the ocean, so. Dauber says we need to use scientific names. Yeah, I'll go and learn the scientific names just in time for the next live stream. Country Boy says, for Jess, it's the oily fish. Now, here's a funny thing, because Mal is asking about tuna, and I believe that tuna would technically be, I mean, I'm just going by the color of it, that it's a pink fish, but I think I have...
Oh, tuna is definitely a pink fish. I mean, it's literally pink.
Yeah. So I don't know. Off-grid recon saying hi or bye. I don't remember if did off-grid say hi earlier in the night, or is off-grid recon popping in? Oh man, it's 11:04. Okay, we'll go until like 11:10, and then I'm shutting it down. Boom, done. Pickerel, pike, and muskie are all bony fish. So does that mean I can eat bony fish then, because they're white? Are white fish bony fish and pink fish oily fish?
Wait. I don't know what that means. Lots of fish have bones in them. Salmon has bones in it.
Yeah, but salmon also has oil in
it. The classifications are confusing.
That's why I think maybe Dauber's right. We should all be just using the the scientific terms. Raptor Ranch says it's 10:04 there, so you are an hour behind me.
Pink fish.
Pinky. Excuse me.
Pink salmon. Oh, here we go. Pink salmon is Oncorhynchus gorbusha. Pink Chinook salmon is Oncorhynchus. Oh my god. What? Is that it? That can't be real.
Share the page. Let me take a look at it. Let me take a stab at it.
I can't because
Let me take a hook with some
it's
milk.
AI.
Oh. All right, forgot about it.
I mean, here, I'll paste this, but I mean, that word, how is that actually a word? What?
Recon says, saying hello, missed you guys last week. That's too bad. You could have watched it after the fact, but I believe it's not quite as fun as seeing it live and interacting with the side chat. Okay, so Ettore Dauber says that bony fish meats are full of small Y bones. They often get pickled, and then you can eat the bones. Interesting. Apparently, I have said pink Chinook salmon, Oncorhynchus chwawicha. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's a native word. That second one, similar to pink salmon, Chinook salmon can sometimes exhibit pink hues, particularly during spawning.
Come on, that's Chewbacca's brother right there. Oncorhynchus
Chwicha.
And he's coming for revenge.
Yeah. Raptor says a good fisherman can fillet any fish without bones. I would love to know how to fillet a fish and do all that stuff. You know? Country Boy says, interesting. Apparently tuna is not considered an oily fish from a dietary standpoint. Because I seem to remember having eaten tuna before without dying.
See, this is why I wanted to clarify. You know, you keep saying you can't eat pink fish, you can eat white fish. But if tuna, if you can eat tuna, which is very obviously a pink fish.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't know what the English terms are for it. In French, we say un poisson gras, right? And gras means fat. But somebody here said, I think it was Dauber, no, Country Boy. Somebody here said that what the term I'm looking for is oily fish. It's the oily fish.
Okay, so I just did which fish are considered fatty fish? Higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids compared to lean fish. Yep. So salmon, mackerel, sardines, trout, herring, anchovies, tuna, especially bluefin tuna, while not as fatty as some of the other species on the list, certain types of tuna, such as bluefin tuna, can be considered a good source of omega-3 fatty acids. Damn it. Well, we'll just have to start trying you on stuff.
You know, it's funny because I started doing exactly that. I tried myself on because for the longest time I didn't eat anything that came from the water, right? So then I tried shrimp. I was like, okay, so I can eat shrimp. I mean, granted, obviously you can because tuna and shrimp. What?
Wait, shrimp not come from water? Damn it! Would they grow on the shore and the rocks, in the trees?
Yes, the trees, Russell. They roam the fields with the seahorses. Outdoor Dauber says the chain pickerel is a species of freshwater fish in the pike family.
Can you finish what you're saying though? For the longest time, you couldn't eat anything out of the water.
No, for the longest time, I didn't eat anything out of the water because I didn't know what it was that I was allergic to. But shrimp. I mean, looking at it from hindsight, of course, shrimp is going to be fine. Of course, like oysters are going to be fine, although they're disgusting. Like, of course, stuff like that is going to be fine because it's not the same. But salmon and shark are both oily fish. So when I did a test, they said, okay, you can't eat oily fish. But I seem to remember eating tuna without flipping out. So maybe there's, I don't know. Like I seem to remember eating tuna. I don't know if I have. I'm sure I've eaten like a tuna sandwich before. Apparently, carp there is oily, and apparently there's white tuna as well. So I don't know. I will avoid both just to be on the safe side.
See, shark typically have a lower fat content.
Well, a shark steak put me straight in the hospital for a week. It's 11:11, so I have things to do before I can go to bed tonight. So I'm going to go and do them. So I hope to see everyone next week. I hope. If not, I will drop a note in the community tab and my channel's Facebook page to let you know. But I believe we can see each other next week. So I just want to say again hi to Scott, because I didn't know Scott was here until later in the chat, and to Off-Grid Recon and Raptor Ranch and all the people who sort of showed up a little later.
I might have it.
You have it? What is it?
So I asked what in sharks people could be allergic to, and it's talking about proteins. One is called parvalbumin. Parvalbumin?
Okay.
So I said, what fish have parvalbumin? Is a calcium-binding protein found in the muscle tissue of many fish species, and it gave me a list: salmon, tuna, mackerel, cod, trout, herring, anchovy, sardines.
All of those are fish that I avoid. Yeah. Interesting. And is that a Google search that you can post, or is that a chat AI?
Just AI. I mean, I can share the screen.
No, don't bother. Russell is saying, take care to everyone on screen and off.
Marisol is saying that, not me.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I thought I said Marcel.
I could also say that.
So yeah. Good night, everyone. I will spend between tonight and next week making sure that I know what kind of fish I can and cannot eat. Between now and I believe next week, everybody, please be safe, be sane, be healthy, and be kind to one another.
And don't forget to peace. Seriously though, did you